Welcome to our 2023 trip to Canada fishing, staying at the Manotak Lodge. Alex had a good time with Zeus in the car, and then we stopped at Cabela's and he had a good time with the fish. He likes to get pictures of puffy clouds, so we took some on the way up to Minneapolis, where we stopped at the 5-8 Club and had juicy Lucy's and onion straws. After a long afternoon of travel, we arrived in Fort Francis and ate at Boston Pizza. That's a tradition. We've been eating there for almost 20 years because this is our 20th anniversary of Alex going to Canada fishing. This year we had to stop at the waterfall that crosses underneath the Red Lake Road on the way to Manotak Lodge. Last year we couldn't cross this bridge because the water was flowing over the top of it. It's amazing the changes that can happen in nature over the course of 1 year. Last year, record floods, and this year, red flag warning because of lack of rain.
Let's go, boys. Oh, should we do a selfie?
It's about a 3-hour trip from Fort Francis up to Manotak Lodge. When we made it, we found it peaceful, but a little bit hot this year. This year there was space on all of the floating docks for the boats, and it made getting in and out a lot easier. There's no question that Lake Perrault is a beautiful lake, like most of the lakes in this part of Canada. I'm going to let you see some video footage from my drone and just appreciate the beauty of Canada. After we got unpacked and our gear loaded in the boat, it was time to do some fishing. Alex and Wesley were in a boat, and Diana and I were in the other. Because of the weight issues and probably problems with their prop, Wesley had to go up in the front of the boat and do push-ups to help him get up on the plane. In the course of a day, he did quite a few push-ups. Here we are in the evening time, getting ready to do a little northern fishing. We tie our boats together so we can share the big net. It makes for a relaxing evening to sit together, talk and joke and laugh while everybody watches their bobber or casts for northern. Diana and I have been boating together for decades. Yet she still struggles to tie those ropes on the way they're supposed to be. We don't really give her a hard time over it, but we do find it amusing to watch her struggle till she finally figures out how to use the right knot to tie the rope onto the cleat. On our first night fishing for Northern, Alex had one play with his bobber and take it way over next to the other boats before he set the hook. Unfortunately, the bait got so far down into the Northern's throat that it didn't really fight once he set the hook. I prefer a little more fight when I'm pulling it. Go get the big net. As usual, we have some pretty amusing events. Here Wesley was entertaining us by getting a big one on his hook.
He's been fighting this already for a couple minutes. Don't let him get around the anchor rope.
I'm trying to avoid. No, but I was on the anchor the whole time.
So the reason we come to Canada is for the fish, and here are our stats. I caught the first fish in the first walleye, and the largest walleye, 25.5 inches. Wesley caught the most walleye. Alex caught the longest northern, 31.5 inches. And here's a montage of the fish that we took pictures of. Diana caught the largest perch, and she set a personal record of catching more than 8 fish in one day. Wesley caught a great big 18-inch smallmouth. Once again, Wesley and Alex obtained their goal of 2 fish in 1 net, having a double on and netting them both at the same time. Here we are with the video of Alex catching the 31.5-inch northern, which Wesley obliged by netting it for him.
Holy shit!
This year, Alex caught more of the big northern than anyone else. One of the benefits of catching lots of fish every day is getting to eat them for lunch.
Let me see the fish.
Because of the red flag warnings this year, we had to do all of our lunches back at the lodge. Cooking on the stove was easy, but it did leave a little bit of a challenge to find room with everyone having to cook there. We did, however, choose to eat in our cabin several days. The boys used the recliners and Diana and I sat at the table. It was relaxed and bug-free. During the entire week there, we had one night with a brief episode of crystal clear skies. Wesley and I went out and did some astrophotography. Here's the results. Here's a quick pan around the view at dinner time on the night we celebrated Alex's birthday. Because Alex's birthday occurs while we're in Canada, we always take the chance to celebrate. And this year, the staff of the lodge went out of their way to make things extra special for him.
Happy birthday, dear Alex. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, everybody.
As usual, he had a great Canadian birthday and found out while we were there that his study's going to get published and he'll get to graduate from his doctoral program. On the way home from Canada, we stuffed ourselves at a Brazilian steakhouse.